Hey guys, it's Alan from the Oh, wait, oh. Where did you go? Oh. Hey guys, it's Alan from the Dimensional Game Squad here, bringing you with another ranking video. This is my top 10 favourite Fire-type Pokemon. Plus 3 honourable mentions, so technically a top 13, because I actually ranked those as well. This is where... Okay, I'm at this point of the ranking where I'm like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to give a ranking for the honourable mentions. But whatever! I'm at the point of no return. I've already gone through, 6. 1, 2, 3... I've already gone through 6 rankings already, so there's really no chance for me to change now. But whatever! 13th place. Wait, stop! In the name of love. Okay, before I get into this is my opinion, so your opinion most likely will be different. Unless you are probably my best friend. Unless you're probably like my new best friend, there's no way your opinion will be the same as mine. With any of these rankings, but mainly Fighting. Because Fighting has the most diversity but Fire. Because Fire has a lot of amazing Pokemon here. But now it's time to hear my opinion. Now, like with this is the first type, isn't it? With all the with starters on it, right? Like this is the first one of the 3 starter types. Now, with fire along with grass and water, a bit of warning: you are most likely going to hear a lot of starters on this list. Looking at this now, there's 2 of the fire starters are not on this list, which is a bit strange if you ask me, but that's just my opinion. I actually do not like the other 2 starters that aren't on this list, and one is understandable because I mentioned this one multiple times, and the other one, I will get disagreements on that one, but I honestly never had time to get used to that one. I don't think that one was on my dark types either, but I just gave it away. Incineroar was not on this, and it wasn't on my dark type one, yeah. I never really had time to get hold of Incineroar. And you guys already know I hate Emboar, so you know the 2 fire type starters which won't be here. So with 3 minutes of introduction out of the way and just me babbling on for no reason, let's get right into this video with 13th place, or the first of the honourable mentions, Typhlosion. Wow, a starter already out of the way. This one is here simply because it's a bit bland in design. I like its moveset, its stats are amazing, and my personal experience of it, fabulous. If there's one negative I had to say, it's its design. It's a bit bland. Especially in the newer games. Like, you don't even see the fire coming out from around its neck. You just see it just like a mole just standing up on its hind legs, roaring at you or something. I don't know. Then you have some starters who's on all 4s without the fire coming out of its neck. Give it the fire, then I'll like it more. But no, Typhlosion, not fabulous in design, but it's still great in every other stat. And with that many positives for one Pokemon already done, you know the others are amazing. 12th place is Arcanine. Arcanine. What can I say about you? Its Pokédex essentially straight up says the legendary Pokemon. It's not legendary, unfortunately. But it was supposed to replace Moltres before Moltres got introduced, but now Moltres came in, so fun. For some okay, bit of a side tangent. Me, Brandon, and Reese took it upon ourselves, because there's 3 of us, was like, okay then, why don't we just name each other after the legendary birds? Brandon got... Okay, I think this is right, but I can't remember. Reese is Articuno, Brandon is Zapdos, and I am Moltres. I can't remember the reason why I am Moltres. And I can't remember the reason why Brandon's Zapped. I actually don't know why each one's which. Like, because I know Brandon's favourite colour is blue, but he's the yellow one. And, well, it may make sense for the colour I wear, but my favourite colour is actually green. Hence the background and the Bulbasaur in the background. Hey! Hey! I love you! Not really. Yeah, I don't think you're on my grass up there, so... Right, Still love you! But... yeah, so for some reason I'm Moltres. I think Reese is just Articuno for no reason. Personally, I think Brandon should be Articuno. And Reese should be Zapdos. Simply because there's no other Pokemon he could be. I think well, okay, if you ignore the flying types, I hate the ice types, Articuno, no. I prefer the fire types over electric types, because I don't really like most of the electric types. I like some of them, but not a lot. So, there's my answer. That's why Moltres said I prefer the fire types. Anyway, going back to Arcanine, its design is amazing, its stats are great, and its moveset is amazing. The experience I have of it, not a lot of it, but the few memories I have using it are not significant, but did win me a few battles, not a lot. 11th place is Houndoom. Great design, I love its Mega, and also another one of the few Megas which are strong. Few Pokemon are stronger named Mega Evolve. If there was a few negatives, probably the fact that Arcanine is by a long shot better than Houndoom. But Houndoom I prefer more simply because I used it more. And I remember using one in my Fighting type one and my Dark type mono run. Fighting? I remember using one in my Fire and Dark type mono run. One being called Hellraiser, the other one called Fire? I don't know, but I know the Fire type one was called Hellraiser. I can't remember what I called the Dark type one, but I know it wasn't a great name. Reese liked the name for the Houndoom in the Dark type ones, but I didn't. Fire Breather. There we are, Fire Breather. God damn it, I really hate that name. Okay, going on to 10th place, Darmanitan. Thinking about this now, Houndoom should have been 10th place. Darmanitan is actually in 10th place because the personal experience I had of it was short, but always done a lot of damage for the other Pokemon to take over. Darmanitan, its stats are decent, its moveset is okay. I think the main reason why it's here is its attack is sky high before it goes in Zen mode, but I don't actually have a Darmanitan to go to Zen mode, so... I like its design as well, it's actually alright, it's just a bit... It just doesn't... not as good as other fire types here. But I'm honestly surprised Darmanitan actually made it here, because from the way I talk about Darmanitan to my friends, you can ask Reese mainly, I don't talk a lot about Darmanitan, so he's probably thinking like, oh, he must not like that. Or maybe it's the fact he actually doesn't even know what that Pokemon is. Because I know I used it against him. I just don't talk about it, so he doesn't even know what it is, most likely. 9th place, we have Blaziken. So, wait, Blaziken was 9th place in the Poison types. Yes, it was. I don't know why Blaziken's always in the 9th place, but if you notice, Zekrom was in 7th place for both the Dragon and the Electric type as well. So it's not the first time that actually happened. But Blaziken is 9th place for the same reason why it was 9th place in the Fighting type one. It had speed boost without the Mega, making the Mega kind of useless, but the Mega is still better. It has done a lot of work. It even took down a Darkrai, like I said in the last video. It just hasn't done enough to stand out. I mean, it took down a Darkrai, which is what I'm always going to remember it for. But so did Leavanny so many years ago. So not very unique there. Plus, it took down the Dark Crave with a Z move, so not a lot of help there. And then other battles that won. It just wasn't close. Like, the battles that Blaziken won just wasn't close. And I normally like the battles where it seems like I'm losing and I send out a Pokemon to make a comeback. Blaziken comes out when I don't have that comeback chance because I'm already winning the battle. That's how strong my Fire-type teams are. So, or any team that I have a Blaziken in. I normally have the rest of my team to go out first, then I'll send out Blaziken next. And Blaziken's just there to go like, I won! Yeah! Or it gets one-shotted. But, goddamn Hydro Vortex. Or Tectonic Rage, or Continental Crush. Actually, not Continental Crush, but still. 8th place, Ninetales. Now, this one's basically here because its design, like the Alolan Ninetales, is gorgeous. But Ninetales is also here for its ability, being Drought. Now, this one's an automatic Sunny Day, and that is actually the only reason why I use Ninetales, because it has Solar Beam, Flamethrower, Sunny Day just in case the Drought goes down, and it holds the Heat Rock, giving 8 turns to Sunny Day, and especially when going against water types, you need that Sunny Day. So then you just get 1 turn Solar Beam, dead, and can Ninetales learn Morning Sun or Recover? If it can, no. Oh mate. Okay, I just thought of a strategy I can use with my Ninetales. I don't know if it'll work, so I don't know if it can learn these moves, but if it can, Ninetales probably will go up in this list. But as of now, it's 8th place. Its design is gorgeous, like the Alolan one. It's like I said in the Fairy-type ranking, it's probably the only Pokemon that looks just as good as its Alolan version. But moving on, 7th place, Delphox. Now most people hate this fire type, but I actually like it. I generally do. I don't know why people hate it. I think the reason why I like Delphox is because its moveset is actually really diverse and its stats aren't amazing. But the fact that its signature move can lower your opponent's special attack, and considering most water type attacks are special, you're basically like, okay, I can survive a hit now. No, okay. At least my teammate can. Yeah. But the Delphoxes I used don't do a lot of significant damage, but they just... It's like a crutch for the rest of my team. Just as to do some damage or be a sacrifice to save another Pokemon. Because in my Kalos playthrough with Delphox, I had a Hawlucha which had U-turn. And because I was like, oh no, the Hawlucha's gonna die. U-turn, sent out Delphox, got beaten, sent out Hawlucha again, took it down. Wait, it wasn't Hawlucha, it was Garchomp that I sent out after Delphox got beaten. But, basically, Delphox is always the sacrifice on my teams, which, to Brandon, who may not watch this video, but if he does, he will be annoyed when he finds out what I use Delphox for, because he absolutely loves Delphox. I need to straight up say, Delphox isn't that useful in the battles I do, because I have 6 other fire types that could do just as better of a job. Delphox just there for sacrifice. But then again, if it's there for a sacrifice, why do I have it? Because every team I use has a sacrifice in it, whether it goes first or just there to have a free switch in. But 6th place, we have the professional egg hatcher of Gen 6, Talonflame. Now, Flame Body, physical attack get hit on you, you burn your opponent. You can hatch eggs quicker with its ability, so it's just as usual. It looks amazing, its design is fabulous. Its moveset isn't diverse, but its stats are amazing. Its speed is insane. Normally the moveset I give it is U-turn, Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, and Roost. Now, I normally don't use Roost when I use it because I see it as like, okay, I clearly want to get hit again. Because I normally like using Roost when I am confident I can either take a hit and have some HP left over. Or I know my opponent's not going to attack. And the only time I do use Roost is when, normally against Brandon, because he always uses Substitute after that, which doesn't help much at all. So that basically forces me, hey Adam, you can't use Roost, which is what the opponents tried to do, which they do a very good job at actually. But I really hope that one day I will be able to use Roost on Talonflame without having it get destroyed. But as of now, it's normally just a Flare Blitz, Brave Bird, U-turn in monster, and its speed always mostly guarantees an outspeed, and it always does at least some damage in the battles it does. Once or twice it does get one-shotted, but you try outspeeding a Salamence. So, 5th place we have Salazzle. Now this one's here simply because of one particular Salazzle I have, with the Focus Sash, the move Fake Out, Venoshock, and Toxic. Now it has Flamethrower as well, but normally I send it out, use Fake Out, it doesn't move. It hits me, I use Toxic, then if I outspeed, I use Venoshock. If I don't outspeed, then I just badly poisoned it for the next Pokemon. It's 5th place because I like its design. I have used it a few different times for something else where it has Dragon Pulse instead of Fake Out. But I normally use it for Toxic Venoshock. But most of the time that has not worked out. But once or twice it has worked and it destroys the team. If there was one negative I have to give about this, it'd be the fact the strategies I use for it doesn't work out a lot because its defense is very bad and it's 4 times weak to a very common type. But other than that, still good. 4th place, we have, to some people, the best fire type. To other people, the 2nd best. But to me, it's the 4th best. 4th place is Charizard. Now, it's basically against the law. You need to have this on your list. And it's fine. It's here. It's here. Don't kill me, please. Charizard, its Megas are amazing. Its design without the Megas are still good. Its stats are godlike. Its moveset is very diverse. The only problem is Stealth Rock. And that's when your opponent uses Stealth Rock. That rarely happens with the opponents I go against because they don't set up. Hence why I most of the time win. But when they do set up or they land a really good rock type move on me, Charizard normally gets one-shotted. But on the times when that doesn't happen, I do a lot of damage. Now for mono runs, flying, I named my Charizard Draco? I think I named it Draco, but in fire type, I know I named it Demon. Because I breeded a Charizard, I breeded the Charmander with perfect IVs and Dragon Pulse with a special attack boost in nature. That's why I called it Demon. Because you can bet your ass I gave it Flamethrower as well, and Air Slash. What was the other move I gave it? I probably gave it Solar Beam, but I don't think I would have done that. Because if I did, I would have got rid of Dragon Pulse for Sunny Day. I gave it another move. I can't remember what it was, but that Charizard, I rarely use it, but it is a force to be reckoned with. If there's one negative about it, like I said, Stealth Rock. Send out Charizard before Stealth Rock goes up. You're basically asking to die, like Talonflame. They're 4 times weak to rock, so they will lose. Kind of like Articuno and Moltres as well. There are other Pokemon which are 4 times weak to rock, which Stealth Rock would do a lot of damage to, but Charizard's the most famous out of all of them. 3rd place is another Pokemon 4 times weak to rock, and it really burns my heart up when Stealth Rock goes out and I have this in my team. Because I love using this Pokemon. Volcarona. Now, normally, a normal moveset I give this Volcarona is Fiery Dance, Bug Buzz, Psychic, Quiver Dance, and the ability, and and well, it's Busy's Flame Body, but its item is Focus Sash. So I always send out when I send out, I use Quiver Dance to boost my speed, so I can guarantee an outspeed. And then depending what the Pokemon is, I either use any of the other 3 moves unless I'm confident, hey, I could last another hit. Which just makes it more of a monster to go against. And I got that strategy from Older. Even though Older isn't the best champion, he does have a really good fire type. Hence why I use Volcarona a lot, and it won me a lot of battles and done a lot of damage. And it's actually on my best team out of all of my Pokemon games, which is on my Ultra Moon now. It remains as one of the strongest members on that team. If there's one negative I have to give about this Volcarona, like I said with Charizard and Talonflame, Stealth Rock. It really upsets me to see that someone uses Stealth Rock and just makes Volcarona useless, but it still has its time in the spotlight. It came most likely second place in it came second place in the Bug Site ranking. Now it came third place here. Not great, but if I'm correct with how I rank it in the Unova or Gen 5 ranking, it does pretty damn good. Yeah, pretty damn shit. Pretty good. Do not ask me about that. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm just looking at another list and I'll move that there. I'll move you down to there. So maybe there. Okay, I need to think that through. But I'm loving this. Volcarona. I'm sorry, but second place is the best you're guessing. Third place in Fire type though. Nothing to be disappointed about, because as I said in Bug Sites, Volcarona is an amazing Pokemon. But in my opinion, there are 2 more which are better. And if you're counting, you know one of them's the starter. And you know which one. Second place is Chandelure. And you know which one's first place now. Chandelure is second place for the simple reason its special attack, like with Darmanitan's attack, is through the roof. Chandelure's special attack, if you have it with a modest nature or any other nature that boosts a special attack, you will one-shot a Pokemon, maybe even 2-shot if you're unlucky. But with no quadruple weaknesses, a godlike special attack, rather decent defense, if you happen to have Calm Mind on that Chandelure, and you last a hit, you can one-shot a Pokemon. You have that power. You have the power that most gods crave to have, but none of them have. The only godlike Pokemon that actually has that much power is either Mewtwo in one of its Mega forms, maybe, I don't know which one's which, I actually can't remember, or Mega Rayquaza. Those are the only few Pokemon that actually have that access to godlike power. Not even Arceus has that power. So Chandelure, a basic Pokemon with godlike power, a great design, and a rather haunting backstory to it. This one, I don't think made it into a special battle. I mean, Lucas did yesterday actually. Me and Lucas did a Halloween special battle. Yesterday. We were supposed to do it before Halloween, but things came up in my life, so I couldn't do it. But Chandelure, I think, wasn't in it. It probably was, but it just didn't last long. Actually, I think it was. It was on Lucas's team, but it just didn't do a lot since I had a Gengar with Zoroark disguised as Gengar, and he used Psychic. So, that's why. But, in the battles I used it in, it's always done a lot of damage, and I'm not brave enough to use Calm Mind against my opponents, like Brandon, Reese, and Lucas, because I know they'll always go straight for the attack. So, I've never actually had the chance to use Calm Mind and then a move, because I know they would attack. And because I know what they're like, I know they'll most likely have a super effective move on it. The one time where they didn't, but just had neutral effective moves, was when I was against Brandon. He had 3 Pokemon left, none of which had a super effective move against Shedinja. And I know I said this in my bug type ranking, but I need to say it again. He couldn't do anything. And because he didn't have Stealth Rock up, that just made him even more hopeless. And he didn't have a status infecting move, so he lost that one. Yeah. Number 2 is Chandelure. Remains one of the best fire types to this day. Unfortunately, you can't beat my first fire type. Number 1 is the first fire type I've ever owned and the first Pokemon I ever owned, Infernape. Now, the same reason why I was number 2 in the fighter type one. Its story in the anime is amazing. Its design is fabulous. Its moveset is very diverse. The experience I had of it is amazing. Go and watch the fighter type ranking to actually understand why it's here, because I don't really want to repeat it since I just said why it's here a few minutes ago before this recording started. So Infernape, number 1, better than where it got in fighting. But since you know that Infernape's done for these type lists, when I eventually do my top 10 favourite, you know Infernape's going to get high, because Infernape got high spots here. But how high would it get? We'll find out when I eventually do my top 10. But until then, that's all for this time. If you liked what you heard, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.